What's up? It's your boy Dan Kim.
Hey guys,
and
it's
Hosanna,
Hosanna.
y'all. We're seniors at YSS.
And then here's our quick overview of our CPU project. Fasten your belts.
So yeah, man. Alright, here we go. This is our CPU. As you can see, it's made by MC Yasu himself. Yasu. Right here.
Here's the Yasu group.
There's the Yasu right there.
There's a power button right here, which you press. If you press this, the computer turns on.
Xbox inspired.
Ding. Okay.
Alright, here's the back. Oh my
goodness!
look at this Jackson
Nice
Pollock right here. Look at
Voltage
that
switch.
adapter.
This is the power thing for the power supply. Right. And then here's the back of the computer. You see the ports?
Oh yeah.
See these ports? Alright, here's a USB port, here's a serial, in parallel, VGA port. And then here's a old keyboard and mouse ports, and here's a wireless card. And these ports are all connecting to outside. Like here's the audio microphone and LAN in. And these ones are the graphics cards, so these are more VGA ports.
And this is the fan, which spins.
And it prevents overheating of the computer. And here's a network card, which you plug in internet thing to
plug in the Ethernet cable.
Yeah,
which is used
internet
to
works.
That's right, baby.
That's right.
Internet. Get that internet.
All right.
And this is the inside of the computer, as you can see.
Right.
And here's the DVD, ROM, CD, and from the outside.
Here's the inside. You put in CD or DVD and it plays or shows reads the memory.
That's right.
And then, as you can see, it's connected by this IDE belt,
which gives it power to the thing, because it doesn't. But then
it doesn't get the power, but it connects it to the motherboard, so it processes stuff.
But it gets power from the motherboard
to
the CD DVD drive. And then there's also another IDE belt right here,
which connects to the hard drive,
which also powers the hard drive from this. And then this right here is the
power supply.
The power supply, which gives power to mostly the motherboard and the hard drive.
Hard drive too.
Okay, let's get into this.
So here's a motherboard. Beautiful.
Look at that. Oh my goodness.
That is beautiful.
Look at that mother.
Alright, so here we had the fan, which has a processor under it, as you can see.
The fan?
Yeah. And then right here is a power connecting honeycomb thing.
That's the honeycomb back there. Honeycomb. It's currently plugged in, but it looks like a honeycomb.
Right here we have a RAM.
Oh, look at this RAM.
Random access memory.
The random access man.
And it stores the temporary files so we can quickly access it. And by the way, the processor, what it does is it's like the brain of the computer, basically.
Yep.
Then the fan, prevents overheating.
Yes.
And then the honeycomb it's giving all the power to the motherboard, main power.
It gets the power from the adapter, which has the power. Also equipped with a fan to prevent overheating.
That's right.
Because this thing works pretty hard.
With the grills on that.
Yeah.
Alright, so moving on. There are the ports right there that I showed earlier. That connects to outside. Here's the graphics card, which is on the AGP, accelerated graphics port. This thing gives you better graphic. Has VGA port outside of it.
If you want better graphic, you plug in more of those.
Yeah. Alright, down here we have a battery. Right there.
Look at that shininess. That's some quality battery.
And then the battery stores the BIOS settings, and it stores when the computer turns off, it stores some stuff that it needs. And here's a ROM right here. And there's more ROMs back here. Yeah, ROM. Oh, the ROM is read-only memory, and it stores the basic information and settings that the computer needs when it starts, so it doesn't, And then here's a hard drive.
Look at that hard drive. Oh my goodness.
There's a hard drive.
Look at the hard drive.
The hard drive's right there.
That is a beauty.
Yep. Yeah, the hard drive, you know, it's like the basic, it's like the most major storage system. Stores almost everything, you know. And then it's connected to the motherboard through IDE belt. And down here, there's a fan right here. Fan from overheating.
It's the inside of the fan.
Here's a PCI ports, and it connects peripheral, you know, stuff onto it. And one example is a network card, which is connected right here.
It's where you plug in the Ethernet.
That's right.
And
That's it.
yeah, let's just take a good look at that motherboard once again. Here to see a comparison of the size. Hosanna will stand next to it. That's about how big the motherboard is. Yeah. Hello, this is Dan, and I'll be teaching you what happens when the CPU turns on. So when you press the power button, the power supply gets a signal to power the computer, and each part, like the motherboard and the drives, are powered by the power supply through the cables that carry power to them. And the computer gets the BIOS information from the ROM, and the BIOS information in the ROM contains all the things that are needed for the computer to boot and start to function. The computer loads programming codes and instructions onto the BIOS chip, and then as the power is distributed through the computer, it carries out those steps. And after many tests within the computer to see if it works, it looks for a video card and other cards to see what it has to prepare. And the computer checks the CMOS, which is the complementary metal oxide semiconductor, for the system settings. And then the computer looks for the operating system within the computer to see which one it needs to run. And then the operating system is loaded onto the RAM, which goes to the video, and that's what you see on the computer when you turn it on. And so when you have the computer on, you need programs, right? So let's say you open up a Word document. So what happens is you double click on the word on your screen, which sends an input into the computer to the processor to open up a Word document, which is stored on the RAM. And then you can type onto that document on your video screen, and then when you hit save, it actually goes from the RAM to the hard drive, which is where more permanent files are stored instead of the RAM, which has the temporary files within it. So when you save a Word document, it goes to the hard drive. Yeah. Yep, so that's what happens when you boot up a computer and use a Word document. Thank you.